Hello everyone, welcome to WilkesNow. My name is Ian Patton.
And I am Shannon Slominski, and we will inform you about the latest campus news.
Hello, my name is Michelle Jaramillo. I will talk about recent happenings in the world.
Hi, I'm Sam Mullen.
And I'm Julia Capitula, and we'll be providing you with this week's Sports Now update.
After sports, our Halloween weather anchor will give you this week's forecast, but he's still on his way from the woods.
So, Ian, what would you say your favorite fall treat is?
Well, Shannon, I would have to say my favorite fall treat is worms and dirt. I think the combination of pudding, gummy worms, whipped cream, whatever it may be that's in it, comes together to be this big tasty dish.
I would have to say mine is apple pie. If you love fall baked treats, then stop by the KKY Nucci Halloween Bake Sale this Tuesday, October 29th and Thursday, October 31st, outside the POD during club hours.
Last Thursday, our Halloween weather anchor, Sasquatch, returned from the woods back to campus to interview people on the street. With a special Halloween twist, we wanted to know everyone's favorite Halloween character. Let's see what they said.
I'm here with
Adam Butterwick.
And what's your favorite Halloween character?
It's got to be Jason Voorhees.
Classic, thank you. I'm here with
Jacqueline Bickle.
And what's your favorite Halloween character?
Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
All right, thank you. I'm here with
Chanelli.
And what's your favorite Halloween character?
Ghostface.
All right, thank you.
Frankenweenie.
I'm here with
Aiden Allen.
What's your favorite Halloween character?
My favorite Halloween character would have to be Jason.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Sasquatch. In the annual spirit of Halloween, the annual Waller Hall Haunted Mansion is back at Wilkes this year. Thanks to the work done by the Residence Life Traditions Committee, you're invited to visit Waller Hall from 8 to 9 p.m. for a good scare this Wednesday night.
Calling all ghouls and goblins, come join the programming board on Halloween in the JPAC at 7 p.m. for a night of scares. Summoning Spirits is an interactive seance meets magic show hosted by Peter Boy, who is known for his multimedia, freaky magic effects, and masterful storytelling. This show will be an experience that you will never forget. I hope to see you there.
The Society of Hispanic Engineers will be hosting their annual volleyball tournament next Wednesday, November 6th. There's no entry fee and a plethora of great prizes for the winning teams, such as gift cards for Starbucks and Dunkin'. As of right now, there are at least 2 more spots open for a team of 6, so make sure you sign up with the link, which can be found on today.wilkes.edu.
Get those costumes ready and come join WEBS for a night of dancing, costumes, and fun. Show off your moves and compete in our Just Dance competition or Dress to Impress in our costume contest, both with gift card prizes for the winners. We will also have a bake sale and free candy to keep your energy throughout the night. Don't miss out on this exciting event. This will be held on Wednesday, October 30th in SLC 105 from 6 to 8 p.m. with the entrance fee of $5 to support WEBS.
There's only a few more days left to join Wilkes University's student government, as well as multiple other clubs and organizations in a campus-wide fundraiser to raise money for those affected by Hurricane Helene in North Carolina. The link to donate online can be found at today.wilkes.edu, or donations can be made in person in the sub on Wednesday from 11 to 12:30 and Friday from 10 to 11:30. For any questions, please contact catherine.becker@wilkes.edu.
Come meet Officer Ryan from Ocean City, Maryland Police Department for a Q&A session to learn about their paid summer officer or criminal justice aid job or internship. Students interested in criminology, social sciences, and forensic psychology are invited to the Careers in the Social Services class on Monday, October 28th at 5 p.m. in Breeseth Hall, room 312, or the Career Center building behind the Student Center on Tuesday, October 29th at 11. Check out the OCPD opportunities to get practical experience related to forensic psych, law, or police operations in paid positions. Housing info, academic credit, training programs will be discussed.
Want to learn more about underrepresentation in science? This spring semester, a new class will be offered, which is Chem 298. It is a one-credit course that focuses on genius minds and individuals who just aren't spoken about enough or are overshadowed. This class is open to all majors and will meet Monday at 2. For more information, please email lauren.rossiter@wilkes.edu.
Help support the Wilkes Spanish Club this Friday, November 1st, enjoying some of your favorite Panera Bread favorites from 4 to 8 p.m. 25% off of all sales will be donated to support the Wilkes University Spanish Club. Be sure to show the flyer if ordering in person or use the code capital NUFUND4U if you're ordering online or with a kiosk.
Be sure to read our latest edition of The Beacon every week for even more information on events both off and on campus. Up now, we have Anna Beckham to tell us all about it.
Hello, my name is Anna Beckham, and welcome to this week's Beacon Brief. Spring 2025 parking applications are open. Make sure to register for your commuter or residential parking passes before the deadline Monday, December 9th at 5 p.m. as they will close applications after this time and will not review any submitted afterwards. You can find the link for the applications online at wilkes.edu. FYF 100 classes are holding a clothing drive for the NEPA Cancer Wellness Center. The bins, which are placed in the Sub, SLC, Breeseth, and Cohen buildings, are going to be there until this Thursday, October 31st. Donations such as warm clothing, blankets, sanitary products, and monetary donations are greatly appreciated. Join RHC, MSC, ISA, and Spanish Club for their Day of the Dead celebration from 6 to 9 p.m. in the MAC on November 1st. There will be food, painting, movies, and more. Programming Board is hosting tons of Halloween events this week. Today at 7 p.m. they are holding their Monster Mash event in the JPAC. Tomorrow, Wednesday 30th, they are hiding eyes around campus for prizes, so be on the lookout. Finally, on Halloween, they are holding their Summoning Spirits show at 7 p.m. in the JPAC. For more information, go to today.wilkes.edu. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Beacon Briefs. Make sure to pick up a copy of the Beacon on campus or check it out online at www.thewilkesbeacon.com. Let's send it back to the studio.
Thanks, Anna.
Let's take a quick break, and when we return, MJ will give you all the latest national news.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal. This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
Welcome back to WilkesNow. I am MJ. I will talk about national news. In New York, one girl was killed and another was critically injured while surfing late Sunday night in Queens, police say. The New York Police Department said the victims were surfing when they fell between the tracks and were struck by a southbound 7 train just before 11 p.m. Sunday near to the 111th Street station in Corona. One girl who was 13 years old was found under the train and didn't survive. The other, who is 14, was in front of it, and she was rushed to the hospital with a fractured skull and unable to read on her own. McDonald's is bringing the quarter pounder back to the menus in several states after they were pulled for potential E. coli contamination. The fast food company says the quarter pound patty tested negative for the bacteria, which made at least 75 people sick across 13 states. One person died from the outbreak, with 22 people hospitalized, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said. The main cause could have been the onion that was distributed with a single supplier, and that today McDonald's has completely eliminated by serving the quarter pounds without onion. And last but not least, with 7 days to go, national polls are getting tighter for the presidential elections. State polls are holding steady, and 2 new surveys in Texas and Nebraska show the control of the Senate could still be up the graph. With 1 week to go until the election, Kamala Harris leads over Donald Trump in national polls. It's starting to get very slim. In total, she leads by less than a percentage point, according to the New York Times polling average. Meanwhile, the President Joe Biden voted to the Delaware Department of Election. It was an early voting site where voters were lined up on the street to cast their ballots. That is all the time we have for today. We will return. Julia and Sam will give you the latest of Wilkes Sport.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate mountain.
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
And Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom.
Reaching residential areas.
And your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Hi, I'm Julia Capitula.
And I'm Sam Mullen. Now let's get into what happened this week in Wilkes Sports.
Last Wednesday, men's soccer won a conference game against Lycoming 2-1. Goals were scored by senior Xavier Guerrero and sophomore Joseph Jackson. This week, Joseph Jackson was recognized as Colonel of the Week for scoring his goal within the final seconds of the tie game to secure the win. The final game of the season for men's soccer is this Saturday at Goucher College in Baltimore.
The field hockey team played in their final 2 home games last week. On Tuesday, they faced Lycoming College, where they lost 3-1. Sophomore Morgan Hermofsky scored the lone goal and was assisted by senior Morgan Millard. On Saturday, the team upset Catholic University of America with a 2-1 victory. Junior midfielder Olivia Gayoski scored the first goal for the Colonels, which was assisted by Millard. Senior Bridget Rosenfeld secured the game-winning goal, which came off a rebound from the goalkeeper, earning her the Colonel of the Week. Congrats, Bridget. The Colonels have their last game of the season tonight against Drew University at 7 o'clock.
Baseball had their play day this past Sunday, and it was a huge success. They beat both Lackawanna College and Ursinus College. Hopefully, this great performance is a preview into their regular season. On October 31st, this Thursday, they will be playing a 100-inning marathon game at Bruggeworth, which is a fundraiser for the costs of their overall season.
The football team hosts Susquehanna University on Saturday. Sadly, the Colonels suffered their first landmark loss of the season, losing 48-21. Xavier Powell went 15 for 43 with 248 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Elijah Jules continued his hot streak with 124 rushing yards, his 5th game over 100 yards rushing. They go into this week on a bye, but return to play on November 9th, where they travel to Catholic University of America starting at 1 o'clock p.m.
Introducing the winter sports, men's ice hockey will be on the ice for their first game this Friday, November 1st. They will be traveling to Geneseo, New York to face SUNY Geneseo at 7 p.m. Women's ice hockey will be traveling to Utica, New York to play Elmira College for their first game also.
The men's wrestling team are expected to have another great season and were ranked 20th in the National Wrestling Coaching Association preseason poll. They will have their first matches of the season on Saturday, November 2nd at crosstown rival King's College in the King's Tournament.
Men's and women's swimming has an eventful Saturday with matchups against Goucher College, Lebanon Valley, and Stevenson University. Both the men's and women's team are coming off big wins, 151-53 and 100-34 respectively, when they competed against our rival King's College earlier this month.
Now over to Stephen Newkowski, who sat with the head coach of the men's lacrosse team, Curtis Jacks.
Thank you. Joining me today is Wilkes University's current head coach of the men's lacrosse team, Curtis Jacks. Coach, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So just first question, how long have you been at Wilkes, and where were you coaching prior to your tenure here at the university?
Sure. So I moved my family up here in 2014, so I've been here for 10 years. We moved up here from my alma mater when I was coaching at the Virginia Military Institute. So I was there for 5 years prior to taking on and starting the program here 10 years ago.
So what was the jump like from that institute to this one?
Going from Division I to Division III, there's obviously changes with that. I think the biggest change is just geographic location. You know, you can draw a 3.5-hour radius around us and you get the best lacrosse in the world is all around us. So our recruiting is just closer to home. There's a big difference.
Makes sense. So, you know, talking about that jump, what made you, move your family and decide to come to Wilkes?
Definitely wanted to start my own program. Definitely wanted to put my own stamp, and we still have the same mission statement that we have from the first year I started the program. And a lot of that cultural things, those cultural things have carried through year to year. Every year has been different here, but there's certain standards that comes with me being here for 10 years. So I like those traditions and that culture carries over.
Could you talk a little bit about that culture, those traditions?
Sure, it's a growth mindset. We definitely want to look at our stats and get better every year, whether it's GPA, whether it's face-off wins, whether it's squat rack, weight on the squat rack. We want to see growth.
Growth in all aspects certainly is important for every sport. And you've touched a little bit on recruiting. How has recruiting been this past off season?
Definitely much more competitive in the landmark, going after much smarter individuals. I think that it's brought us a bit more south. We're competing a bit more in Virginia and Maryland, just based on the proximity of our opponents. So that's good, but at the end of the day, we have engineering, we have business. Those two things take up a bulk of our roster academically, and we're pretty strong in those departments. So.
Now, you mentioned a little bit that you came here, it was the MAC, now we're in the Landmark. How do you think last season, our debut season in the Landmark, went for the team?
We're learning how to compete. Back to year one, when I started the program here, we had to learn how to compete. Before you can expect to compete or learn to win or expect to win, we're on that next stage where we need to expect to compete. And that means that it's 2-3 goal games, swings. It could go either way, but we have to learn how to get into those situations right now. In order to come out on top and learn how to win, we got to expect to compete right now. So that's where we're at.
When you take a look at the roster, are there any impact players you think can help the team get in that mindset and help the team compete?
Big Tim Hartka, 6'5", 260-pound attackman, is a bit of a train to stop offensively. So I think he's a nice addition, or he's done a great job for us. He's a junior now. He's a captain. Tim's done a great job for us. Down low, Michael Rauch is just a wrecking ball of a defenseman. And I think Caleb Miller did a great job toward the end of the year last year stepping in goal, and I think he's going to do a great job this year as well. Very excited about our freshmen. that are coming in and making some waves in practice right now. But yeah, I'm very excited for the season coming up.
How many freshmen do we have on the team this year?
We have 9.
Wow, that's a pretty big number of freshmen. Well, last question, Coach. What is your favorite memory here at Wilkes University?
I enjoy the little things, Stephen. I think spring breaks, some of the best memories are just making breakfast in March with the boys and making eggs and bacon and those things. But I will say, I think the best memories are all shared. I think every alumni game at every homecoming every fall is something as a coach you really look forward to. And me being 10 years in, seeing my alum, getting married, having families, bringing people, new faces to the alumni games. So that's a really cool thing for me is sharing those memories at our alumni games. So I'll have to say alumni games are my favorite place for memories, I think.
That's awesome. Do you have one specific game you could think of that really brings home things for you?
I think most recently, we took Kings to an OT win last season. That was fun. That was good crunch.
Always good to take Kings to OT and beat them.
Always.
Got to kill the team down the road. But thank you so much again for joining me, Coach. Let's send it back to sports now.
Thanks, Stephen.
Let's take a quick break, and when we return, Sasquatch will provide you with this week's forecast.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good, healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures. To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
Dear housemates, due to the environmental impact of food waste, I'm eating all your leftovers. You're welcome.
Ooh, what's this about?
I'm just doing my part for the environment. Is that Mima's punch bowl?
We use way too much plastic. Think of the planet.
Who is the best princess?
The environment is the best excuse. Find an out and opt in at theenvironmentexcuse.org.
What's going on, guys? It is Sasquatch here to give you your weather forecast. So what are we looking at right now? It's about 58 degrees out. We're going to see a high of 66 and a low of 49. 2% chance of rain. Partly cloudy conditions with sunnier. It'll get sunnier in the afternoon along with some light winds coming in with that. Sunrise at 7:32, sunset at 6:02. 50% humidity with winds 5 to 9 miles per hour. So again, Tuesday we're going to see mostly sunny conditions throughout the day, a high of 66 and a low of 49. Wednesday is going to be mostly sunny with a high of 77 and a low of 53. Thursday it's going to get a little warmer, mostly sunny with a high of 80 and a low of 59. Friday we're going to see some light showers in the morning with a high of 68 and a low of 40. Saturday it's going to be mostly sunny as well with a high of 59 and a low of 39. Sunday also mostly sunny with a high of 62 and a low of 36. And Monday we're going to see some rain showers throughout the day with a high of 65 and a low of 42. So looking at that radar, again we're going to see those rain showers come in Thursday, Friday, and then throughout the week we're going to stay pretty dry, pretty consistent with how rain will go. Again, Thursday night into Friday morning we're going to see some light showers. Now looking at the temperatures, we're going to stay pretty consistent. We're going to stay in those average greens. It'll be pretty consistent for fall weather. Nothing too cold, nothing too hot. Again, we're going to see at the most 80 on Wednesday. So last but not least, looking ahead, again, fairly consistent weather throughout the week. We're going to see a little bit of rain on Friday, but nothing that'll impact your trick-or-treating or anything like that. And then again, next week, Monday, we're going to see some bigger rain showers, which will hopefully bring some water back to the area. Last reminder, Sunday, November 3rd, daylight savings. Turn your clocks back an hour. And I've got to head back to the woods. Mrs. Squatch is setting out search warrants for me. So have a happy Halloween.
Thanks, Sasquatch. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Just a reminder, you can watch us live on Tuesdays on Service Electric Channel 97 at noon.
Also, check out our YouTube channel for the latest episodes of the show and more. In case you missed it, our broadcast re-airs every weeknight at 7:30 p.m. From all of us here at WilkesNow, have a great week and a happy Halloween.